സർക്കാരിന്റെ 14ാം നിയമസഭാ സമ്മേളനത്തിന് ഇന്ന് തുടക്കമാകും. ഗവർണറുടെ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗത്തോടെയാണ് യോഗം ആരംഭിക്കുന്നത്. ഈ മാസം 31-നാണ് ബജറ്റ് അവതരണം. അല്പസമയത്തിനകം നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗം ആരംഭിക്കും. ജസ്റ്റിസ് പി സദാശിവം അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ നിയമസഭയിൽ എത്തിച്ചേരും. റിനു ശ്രീധർ ചേരുകയാണ് തത്സമയം നിയമസഭയിൽ നിന്നും. റിനു, സഭാ നടപടികൾ ആരംഭിക്കാറായോ? ഗവർണർ എത്തിച്ചേർന്നോ? വിശദാംശങ്ങൾ എന്താണ്? കേരള നിയമസഭയുടെ ബജറ്റ് സമ്മേളനം ഇന്ന് ഗവർണറുടെ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗത്തോടെ തുടങ്ങും. അല്പസമയത്തിനകം ഗവർണർ പി സദാശിവം നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗം നടത്തും. പ്രളയക്കെടുതിയുടെ പശ്ചാത്തലത്തിൽ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗത്തിന്റെ ഊന്നൽ നവകേരള നിർമ്മാണമായിരിക്കും. നയപ്രഖ്യാപനത്തിന് ശേഷം നിയമസഭ പിരിയും. റിനു ശ്രീധർ ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി ചേരുകയാണ്. റിനു, സഭാ നടപടികൾ ആരംഭിക്കാറായോ? വിശദാംശങ്ങൾ എന്താണ്?
രേഷ്മ, അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ ഗവർണർ ജസ്റ്റിസ് പി സദാശിവം നിയമസഭാ കവാടത്തിലേക്ക് എത്തിച്ചേരും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. മുഖ്യമന്ത്രി പിണറായി വിജയനും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്പീക്കർ ശ്രീരാമകൃഷ്ണനും പാർലമെന്ററി കാര്യ മന്ത്രി എ ബാലൻ ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ളവർ അദ്ദേഹത്തെ സ്വീകരിക്കുവാൻ വേണ്ടി സഭാ കവാടത്തിൽ എത്തി നിൽക്കുന്ന കാഴ്ചയാണ് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്. അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ അദ്ദേഹം ഇവിടേക്ക് എത്തിച്ചേരും എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അതിനുശേഷം 9 മണിക്ക് സഭ ആരംഭിക്കും എന്നാണ് അറിയിച്ചിരുന്നത്. 9 മണിക്ക് സഭ ആരംഭിച്ച് അദ്ദേഹം നയപ്രഖ്യാപനം നടത്തുമെന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ സഭ ആരംഭിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഫസ്റ്റ് ബെല്ല് മുഴങ്ങി എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഗവർണർ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടേക്ക് ചേരും എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമുക്ക് ലഭ്യമാകുന്ന വിവരം. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ സ്വീകരിക്കുവാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ ഒരുക്കങ്ങളും പൂർത്തിയായിരിക്കുകയാണ്. മുഖ്യമന്ത്രിയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ മിനിസ്റ്റർ എ ബാലനും ശ്രീരാമകൃഷ്ണൻ സ്പീക്കർ ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ളവർ ഇവിടേക്ക് ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്നു. ഗവർണർ എത്തുന്ന ഒരു കാഴ്ചയാണ് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് പൈലറ്റ് വാഹനം നിയമസഭാ കവാടത്തിനുള്ളിലേക്ക് കടന്നിരിക്കുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ സ്വീകരിക്കുവാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ തയ്യാറെടുപ്പുകളും ഒരുക്കങ്ങളും ഇവിടെ പുരോഗമിക്കുകയാണ്. ചീഫ് സെക്രട്ടറി ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ളവർ അദ്ദേഹത്തെ സ്വീകരിക്കുവാൻ വേണ്ടി മുഖ്യമന്ത്രിയോടും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സ്പീക്കർ ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ളവരോട് ഒപ്പം എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നുണ്ട് ഗവർണർ ഇവിടേക്ക് വരുന്ന ഒരു കാഴ്ചയാണ് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ വാഹനങ്ങൾ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി വാഹനങ്ങളുടെ അകമ്പടിയോടുകൂടി സഭാ കവാടത്തിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് എത്തിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. എന്തായാലും അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ അദ്ദേഹം നിയമസഭ ഇവിടുത്തെ പോലീസിൻ്റെ ഔപചാരികത എല്ലാം തന്നെ സ്വീകരിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് അകത്തേക്ക് എത്തി നയപ്രഖ്യാപനം നടത്തും എന്നുള്ളതാണ് നമുക്ക് നൽകാൻ കഴിയുന്ന വിവരം. കൃത്യമായി തന്നെ വികസനോന്മുഖ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളെ ഊന്നി നിൽക്കുന്ന പ്രളയാനന്തര നവകേരള സൃഷ്ടിക്ക് പ്രാധാന്യം നൽകിക്കൊണ്ടുള്ള ഒരു നയപ്രഖ്യാപനം തന്നെയായിരിക്കും അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗത്തു നിന്ന് ഉണ്ടാവുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ സ്വീകരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ചടങ്ങാണ് നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ കാണാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്.
പതിനാലാം നിയമസഭയുടെ ബജറ്റ് സമ്മേളനത്തിന് തുടക്കമാകുന്നു. ഗവർണർ പി സദാശിവം നിയമസഭയിൽ എത്തിച്ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്നു. ഗവർണറുടെ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗത്തോടുകൂടിയായിരിക്കും 14ാം നിയമസഭയുടെ ബജറ്റ് സമ്മേളനം ആരംഭിക്കുക. ഗവർണറെ ഇപ്പോൾ മുഖ്യമന്ത്രിയും സ്പീക്കറും പാർലമെന്ററി വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി എ ബാലനും ചേർന്ന് സ്വീകരിക്കുകയാണ്. അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ ഗവർണറുടെ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗം ആരംഭിക്കും. ഇതോടുകൂടി 14ാം നിയമസഭയുടെ ബജറ്റ് സമ്മേളനത്തിനാണ് തുടക്കം കുറിക്കുന്നത്. പ്രളയാനന്തര കേരളത്തിന്റെ പുനർനിർമ്മാണത്തിൽ ഊന്നിയാകും നയപ്രഖ്യാപനവും ബജറ്റുമെന്നാണ് വിലയിരുത്തുന്നത്. 14ാം നിയമസഭാ സമ്മേളനത്തിന് ഇന്ന് തുടക്കമാവുകയാണ്. ഗവർണറുടെ നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗം അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ ആരംഭിക്കും. ഗവർണർ പി സദാശിവം നിയമസഭയിലേക്ക് എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നു. പുനർനിർമ്മാണ പദ്ധതികൾ ഗവർണർ വിശദമായി തന്നെ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുമെന്നാണ് കരുതുന്നത്. 9 ദിവസമായിരിക്കും സമ്മേളനത്തിന്റെ കാലാവധി. 31-നാണ് ഈ മാസം 31-നാണ് ബജറ്റ് അവതരണം. നയപ്രഖ്യാപനത്തിന്മേലുള്ള നന്ദി പ്രമേയ ചർച്ചയ്ക്കും ബജറ്റിന്മേലുള്ള പൊതുചർച്ചയ്ക്കുമായി 3 ദിവസം വീതം നീക്കിവെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. 9 ദിവസം നീണ്ടു നിൽക്കുന്ന സഭാ സമ്മേളനം ഫെബ്രുവരി 7-നായിരിക്കും സമാപിക്കുക. ഗവർണർ സഭയിലേക്ക് എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നു. സഭാ നടപടികൾ ആരംഭിക്കാൻ ഇനി നിമിഷങ്ങൾ മാത്രം ബാക്കിയാണ്. ജസ്റ്റിസ് പി സദാശിവം നയപ്രഖ്യാപന പ്രസംഗം അല്പസമയത്തിനകം തന്നെ ആരംഭിക്കും.
Listen to my speech, every answer is there. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ന്യായസഭ അധ്യക്ഷൻ, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട മുഖ്യമന്ത്രി, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട പ്രതിപക്ഷ നേതാവ്, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സാമാജികരെ, എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ നമസ്കാരം. It is my honor and privilege to address this august body of representatives of the people of Kerala, marking the beginning of the 14th session of the 14th Kerala Legislative Assembly. At the outset, I would like to express my pride and pleasure in saying that my government has been a beacon of hope in a world of darkening clouds of casteism, communalism, and disruption of various hues. My government, upholding the constitutional values, has strictly adhered to the task of furthering the noble values of secularism and pluralism in every walks of our social life. It is worth mentioning that my government stood for gender equality, social justice, and the dignity of the toiling masses. It has scaled further heights in ushering in an era of enlightenment by rekindling the lights of Renaissance and inculcating a new sense of oneness in the minds of emerging generations. Time and again we have pointed out that the imbalance caused by the detrimental effects of unhealthy center-state relations in general and the fiscal relations in particular have put our state at a great disadvantage in furthering the advances it has already made in several sectors. So my government seeks a total restructuring the center-state relations in such a way that it will enrich both the center and the state. It is rather unfortunate that the state has been penalized for achievements it made in various fields such as health, education and social well-being. As the state has progressed and achieved gains in these sectors, the center chose not to further aid these sectors, and the state is at a loss to understand the criteria with which state is deprived of its rightful share in the amount earmarked for these sectors. Our gain should not be the reason for the losses that we currently have to bear. The floods that submerged Kerala. My government has been serving the people of Kerala for the past 32 months. We have made a significant achievements in many fields. As we cross the halfway mark of our tenure, we have taken every effort to live up to the expectations generated by our mandate despite the challenges posed by recent calamities of an unprecedented nature. As all of us are aware, our state was lashed by torrential rains during 15th to 17th August 2018. Many parts of Kerala received 3,000 to 4,000 millimeter rains, resulting in the worst floods since 1924 in the 100-year history of Kerala. The heavy rainfall and overflowing rivers submerged many parts of the state and triggered several landslides. As many as 1,259 out of 1,664 villages spread across 14 districts were affected, resulting in displacement of 1.4 million people to 12,253 relief camps. Despite Herculean efforts, 435 precious lives were lost. My government mobilized all its resources to rescue people and provide relief. Lakhs of young volunteers descended into flood-affected areas to extend a helping hand to those in need. We are very proud of thousands of fishermen who went out with their boats and saved more than 65,000 lives. We are grateful to the Government of India in effectively stepping in and helping us in the search and rescue operations in the flood-affected areas by deploying Army, Navy, Air Force, NDRF, CRPF, ITBP, BSF and Coast Guard. The heroic role played by the Kerala Police, Kerala Fire Force, SDRF to save precious lives can never be forgotten. We are also thankful to all state governments in mobilizing food, drinking water, medicines and relief materials from across the country. We are indebted to the millions of Malayali diaspora living across the world who came forward to help the flood victims with assistance in cash and kind. On behalf of the people of Kerala, my government gratefully acknowledges the contributions made by people from all walks of life, from school children to ordinary people, from celebrities to differently abled peoples, from the dispossessed to corporate companies, social and community organizations, and also government employees who wholeheartedly contributed to my government's appeal of salary challenge. The post-disaster needs assessment was jointly carried out by the United Nations organizations, World Bank, ADB, and other international agencies. Their report was presented to my government on 26th October 2018. The PDNA report assessed a total loss of rupees 26,718 crores across various sectors and recovery needs estimated at rupees 31,000 crores. Out of this 31,000 crores, at best 5,000 crores would only be available from the national disaster funds. The challenge before my government is how to mobilize the balance resources so that the effective rehabilitation is ensured. The worst affected was infrastructure, roads, power, drinking water, irrigation, agriculture, and many livelihood options, including livestock, poultry, and small business. More than 13,000 houses were fully destroyed and 2.5 lakhs partially damaged. The livelihoods of millions of people were affected. The actual fund required for rebuilding and restoration of physical infrastructure alone is rupees 15,882 crores, of which my government proposes to raise 7,000 crores from the World Bank and ADB. My government has requested the Government of India to enhance the state's borrowing limit to mobilize additional resources for rebuilding Kerala. We are still awaiting favorable response from central government in this regard. In the meantime, my government decided to repair damaged houses and provide support to livelihood using Chief Minister's Distress Relief Fund sponsorship and crowdfunding from various individuals and organizations. A Herculean task. It is clear that we would require 4 to 5 years to rebuild Kerala. My government is of the resolve that it is not enough that the state merely undertake a rehabilitation and restoration plan in the aftermath of this natural disaster. This calamity should be taken up as a challenge and as an opportunity to rebuild the state to ensure better standards of living to all sections of society. Higher standards of infrastructure should be adopted in repair and reconstruction. New major projects should be envisioned for the state. Ecological safeguards and standards should be adhered to while building structures that will be constructed to equip new and restored assets to better withstand the onslaught of such calamities in the future. Rebuild Kerala initiative was launched with the objective of rebuilding Kerala in a speedy and effective manner to coordinate various activities with a clear operational strategy that suits the state's specificities and a functional institutional framework. My government has laid out a detailed strategy to reconstruct the houses fully damaged in the flood. It was decided to pool in resources from State Disaster Relief Fund and the Chief Minister's Distress Relief Fund to provide rupees 4 lakhs for the reconstruction of fully damaged houses. Life Mission has offered 13 designs of flood resilient houses which can be chosen by the beneficiaries. It is heartening to see that many organizations and individuals came forward to sponsor these houses. My government also decided to construct 2,000 care homes using funds from cooperative organizations. It was also decided to provide funds for purchase of 3 cents of land to those who have completely lost their lands in the recent floods and landslides. In the flood affected area, 6.87 lakh inhabitants were provided with one-time financial assistance of rupees 10,000 soon after the floods. To help people rebuild their lives in the aftermath of floods, several rounds of discussions were held with the state level bankers committee. My government has decided to meet the 9% interest charges of the banks on the loans up to 1 lakh per family for purchase of domestic appliances and other accessories through Kudumbashree. Repayment period of 36 to 48 months on the loans and 6 months moratorium on loan repayment was also announced. For the flood affected MSMEs, shops, establishments, my government has announced relief and concessions. All these initiatives were conceived by my government, and we have ensured that the assistance provided are substantially higher than the existing central norms, that universal coverage is ensured. Towards gender equality, the state expressed utmost unanimity in responding to floods without any consideration of caste, religion, or community. It is this unanimity of Kerala which has been the binding force that retains democratic and socialistic principles of governance that the state has followed ever since its formation, which leads us to achieve various high benchmarks in societal development. My government will ensure gender justice. Supreme Court ordered that preventing the entry of women in a particular age group to Sabarimala temple is unconstitutional. My government is duty bound to implement the judgment and uphold our constitution. The various events that followed underlines the urgent need to carry forward the progressive values of the Renaissance movement. To this purpose, my government extended support to the suggestions of social organizations to mobilize Vanitha Madil across the length of Kerala as a symbol of, as a symbol of the united will of Kerala women in their struggle for gender justice. The fact that more than 50 lakh women gathered on the historic evening gives us faith and confidence in protecting and promoting the secular and progressive values that Kerala is known for. My government proposes to set up Navodana Museum commemorating the historic contributions of social reformists of Kerala. Next, award and acclaims. Notwithstanding the aftermath of the floods, Kerala continues to lead the country on several fronts. Kerala has been placed first among all Indian states due to its best performance in the first SDG India Index 2018 carried out by Niti Aayog. Government of India also ranked the startup ecosystem in Kerala as one of the best in the country. Kerala continues to top in Human Development Index, literacy, health and 100% electrification. Kerala is the first state in New Delhi Public Affairs Center Index and the first state to declare transgender policy. Kerala is rated as the state with the least corruption and the only state in India free from communal rights as per the National Crime Records Bureau. NASCOM Data Security Council awarded Kerala for excellence in cyber investigation. Kerala has taken the lead by establishing a special department on women welfare and gender budgeting and is the first state to come with sexual assault forensic evidence. It is rated best in Law and Order by India Today, a leading magazine. Foundation for Infrastructure for a New Kerala. My government committed to complete all major infrastructure projects which are pending for a long time. There was an overall feeling that major infrastructure projects, particularly those requiring use of land, are jinxed in our state. My government has been able to correct this perception by ensuring political consensus and by taking people into confidence. My government successfully completed Kollam bypass and are nearing completion of Gale pipeline, Kochi Edaman electric line, land acquisition for road, restoration of national waterways and Virology Institute. This has instilled a positive confidence among the administration and people to undertake and execute more projects of similar nature. Under Kerala Infrastructure Investment Fund Board, more than 500 projects worth 41,000 crores have been approved, which includes major infrastructure projects in all constituencies, including water supply projects, coastal highway, hill highway, cultural centers, etc. Of these projects, worth rupees 9,000 crores have been tendered and 5,500 crores worth have commenced. Overall projects worth rupees 50,000 crores are contemplated to be undertaken under KIIFB. We proudly inaugurated the Kannur International Airport on 9th December 2018, which has opened a new window of opportunity for people of Malabar region. Cochin International Airport Limited has paid a dividend of rupees 31 crores to Government of Kerala, which shows the success of public-private partnerships in Kerala. We have started the preliminary works for Sabarimala Airport. A special purpose vehicle has been formed for the development of Alikal Port. Government has approved in principle e-vehicle policy under which new three-wheelers being deployed in Thiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Kozhikode shall only be electric vehicles. The KSRTC has already started operating electric buses in a pilot project KSRT also has registered a record income, and we have paid salaries and pensions which were pending for years. My government is committed to protect the life and property of citizens. Recent incidents were in the pretext of public protest, damage to property, and violent targeting of sections of population with a view to disrupt peace and harmony needs to be viewed seriously. In this context, my government formulated a legislation to ensure that those indulging in such destruction of public and private property will be punished and losses recovered in order to protect livelihoods and ensure the economic activity in the state does not suffer. Tourism and IT sectors will be exempted from hartals. My government established Loka Kerala Sabha with the aim of making use of the expertise, talent and resources of non-resident Keralites for the overall growth and development of Kerala in the times to come, thereby ensuring that they will have their meaningful say in implementing schemes for building new Kerala. My government will complete 1,000 days on 18/2/2019. The government has published its 2-year progress report. It is for the first time that any government is achieving the promises made to the people of Kerala. My government has created and filled several posts through KPSC in education and health sector despite resource crunches. My government proposes to launch a new scheme called Green Campus to make major educational campuses nature friendly. It is proposed to provide solar energy plants, windmills, rainwater harvesting systems, biogas, bio-waste treatment plants, etc. with the support of this Kerala State Suchitwa mission involving teacher and student community, food and civil supplies. My government has taken substantial efforts for successful implementation of NFSA Act 2013. In 2019-20, my government intends to further take it forward by integrating e-post with weighing balance so as to ensure maximum transparency and accountability. My government also plans to make the fair price shops in the state more attractive by giving it a uniform color code and design. District Consumer Information Desk would be set up in all 14 districts for information dissemination and liaising with the Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum and Legal Services Authority to render legal help to consumers. The government has spent 200 crores to regulate the prices of essential commodities. Prices of 13 different commodities are regulated and 3 are further established in a way that no price increase affects the common man. Education. My government launched public sector education rejuvenation mission in 2016. The enrollment of students and quality of education in government and government aided schools in the state has increased considerably in the last 2 years. My government will promote the importance of reading through the program Vayanude Vasandam. Yet Vayanude Vasandam, all right. This time I will accept from your words. A new program called Shastra Yanam to identify and promote young scientific brilliance among students has been launched. In a higher secondary sector, the teachers' empowerment program has been revised to a new format. Disha, the Career Expo, where all major institutions and universities of the country participate to spread awareness among students regarding opportunities in a higher education, will be continued in 2019 and 20. My government aims to organize state-level teachers' congress, that is K.dot, a software-related aptitude test will be conducted through 250 nodal schools to recognize the fields of interest of higher secondary students. SMILE is skill mentorship for innovative life experience, that is called a SMILE. Program will be organized in association with National Skill Development Corporation. The Higher Education Department aims to improve the employability of students with engineering and polytechnic background, and therefore proposes to start internship programs in industry. The State Higher Education Council will do regular assessment of universities, government and aided colleges, self-financing colleges. All universities will be encouraged to start two innovative programs this year. Welfare of scheduled tribes, scheduled caste and backward classes. My government intends to provide at least one job to one tribal family. To achieve this objective, skill development and employability enhancement programs in both modern and traditional vocations will be intensified. Measures will be taken to extend the special recruitment drive from among ST candidates for appointment in all departments. Gotra Bandhu scheme will be extended to all tribal areas in the state. Millet village scheme implemented in Attapadi will be extended to the rest of the state with the help of Agriculture Department. Special facilities will be arranged to expand traditional agriculture and market agriculture products. The Hill Pulaya, Aranandan and Malapandaram communities will be provided with a separate package as in the case of Adiya and Paniya communities. My government proposes to give special attention to scheduled caste families in flood affected areas. A financial assistance will be provided to rebuild, repair and construct houses damaged or destroyed due to floods, for reconstruction and repair of study norms. Study rooms. A quick survey conducted after the floods estimated that 477.20 acres agricultural land under cultivation and 4,979 rearing animals have been lost. It is proposed to implement various agriculture and allied subjects and other rehabilitation projects to revive livelihood lost in the floods. Kerala is the only state in India that is providing development funds greater than the proportion of the population of SC and ST. This shall be continued. Interest-free loans will be provided to small-scale entrepreneurs belonging to other backward classes in the flood-affected areas with the cooperation of the Kerala State Backward Classes Development Corporation. It is also proposed to assist OBC self-groups engaged in traditional occupations under the scheme in 2019-20. My government has taken steps to appoint members of backward communities as priests and shantis in temples. My government is committed to the welfare of minority communities and proposes to provide tuition and hostel fee to students of minorities studying in central universities, premier institutions, besides supporting educational needs of children of minorities by arranging entrance coaching for higher studies and coaching for UGC, CSIR and NEET exams. Financial assistance will be provided for training and therapy of children having autism and physical and mental challenges. My government approved a reservation policy based on earmarking 10% of posts to the economically backward among forward communities in Devasam board appointments. My government is also committed to the welfare of the forward communities. Government will continue to vigorously support the Kerala State Welfare Corporation for forward communities. Labor rights. For the welfare of employees in an unorganized sector, my government has made it mandatory to provide facilities for salespersons in shops and establishments to sit during working hours. My government also aims to strengthen the insurance medical services and to set up super specialty OP clinics and ICU in all ESI hospitals. Industrial Training Department provides skills to our youth and equip them for exploring meaningful employment opportunities. In 2018-19, the department conducted several innovative and important programs such as India Skills 2018 and implemented technical exchange program for ITI trainees in 2018-19. Skills have to become integral part of our education system to ensure employability of millennials. Kerala Academy of Skills Excellence will establish World Skills Lyceum to foster research, initiative and innovations to prepare our youth for tomorrow's job. Ports. My government intends to improve coastal shipping to reduce the burden on inland transportation. Aligal and Kollam as well as Bifor ports are being developed with basic infrastructure facilities to enable handling of cargo and passengers. Financial assistance shall be mobilized for dredging of Kollam and Bifor ports under Sagarmala project of Government of India. In 2019-20, it is proposed to construct a harbour engineering office building at Alapura and subdivision office at Manjeswaram. Local self-government. 2017 and 18 was a landmark year in the history of decentralized planning because of two reasons. One being the completion of planning process before beginning of the next financial year, and other being the achievement of a very high percentage of plan expenditure. We have also seen that 200 LSGIs were successful in utilizing 100% funds during the last financial year. My government shall create an electrical engineering wing at district level to support LSGIs in implementation of electrical projects. My government shall introduce an online intelligent building plan and management system this year to issue building permits in a transparent and citizen-friendly manner, which shall enable the applicants to monitor each action being taken on their application. My government is committed to the welfare of the aging population. Kudumbashree shall start geriatric care units in all districts to take care of elders. Many working women need the support of creches to look after their children. Kudumbashree creches will be set up in district headquarters. Similarly, Kudumbashree shall train 50,000 women to form service teams to engage in multitask activities like plumbing, electrical work, driving, etc. The recent floods have damaged livelihood assets of numerous women, so my government proposes to ensure the assets of Kudumbashree units in future. My government shall launch a litter-free premise campaign to ensure that each and every household and institutions have facilities to manage biodegradable waste. To keep all premises litter-free, door-to-door collection of plastic waste and other non-biodegradable waste shall be promoted through Harita Karma Sena. We shall continue to promote segregation and processing of organic waste at source. There is no proper facility for disposal of construction and demolition waste in our state, though generation of such waste is increasing tremendously. In the absence of such facilities, they are being dumped in isolated areas or water bodies. Hence, it is proposed to establish a construction and demolition waste management plan in collaboration with stakeholders. My government proposes to establish waste to energy plants in a design, build, finance, operate and transfer basis in a public-private partnership mode as an integrated solution to sustainable management of solid waste. Law and order and safety. The state industrial security force will be expanded. During 2019 and 20, all police stations will become Janamaitri police stations and service delivery centers. Integrated digital traffic enforcement system will be set up to track and identify all types of traffic offenders across Kerala. We propose to have 15% women in police force and establish 4 Vanita police stations in Kerala. The central intrusion monitoring system aimed to secure the property and wealth of high-value business entities such as banks, financial institutions, jewelers, factories, etc. on 24/7 basis with the assistance of police department on regular fee is on the avail with the support of Mr. Skeltron. The department also plans to enhance third eye surveillance system with the help of residential associations. The student police cadet project was launched at the national level at Haryana in June 2018. In Kerala, the project is operational in 645 schools. It was extended to 100 more schools in current year with 52,319 cadets. Fire and Rescue Services Department was the first responder force during the floods. The role of fire and rescue services in the state becomes prominent and needs to be revitalized and modernized to cope with changing times. It is proposed to upgrade the present Fort Cochin Kuba Training Center in Ernakulam as an institute for advanced training in water rescue to carry out rescue in inland waterways. Power. During the recent floods, Mission Reconnect project set up by Kerala State Electricity Board restored and re-established all the damaged electrical connections within 10 days. My government is very proud of the fact that we are able to distribute power throughout the state without power cut or load shedding. We propose to implement online software for Kerala State Electricity Licensing Board. The buildings of 1.2 lakh high-end electricity consumers will be surveyed for assessing the feasibility for installation of rooftop solar power plants. My government has launched an ambitious Urja Kerala mission, comprising 5 flagship projects including adding of 1,000 megawatt from solar generation. Considering the shortage of power during evening peak hours, KSEBL is exploring possibility of augmenting generation capacity by installing another 780 MV power stations at Idiki, utilizing the existing reservoir. Next, missions. With the objective of building new Kerala, Navakeralam Karma Padadi, encompassing 4 missions, that is Life Mission, Ardharam Mission, Public Education, Rejuvenation Mission, Harita Kerala Mission, was launched by my government in 2016 as part of bridging the gaps in the various sectors as conceived in the Navakeralam Karma Padadi. All 4 missions have taken tremendous strides in achieving desired goals. In the aftermath of devastating floods, all the 4 missions have focused attention to the post-flood rehabilitation, reconstruction activities. Under the Life Mission, my government facilitated the completion of more than 50,000 houses that were pending completion since 2006 and supported 80,000 houseless families who have their own land to construct houses. Construction of at least 1 Life Mission flat complex in all districts will begin in this financial year. Harita Kerala Mission, in coordination with the district administration, played a crucial role in rescue and relief activities in the flood-affected districts. Health. My government wishes to place on record the great contribution of our health workers and doctors in preventing an epidemic after the floods. Based on the experience of successfully managing the Nipah outbreak and the post-flood epidemics, my government will implement comprehensive disease surveillance program with the support of WHO. Screening for antimicrobial resistance will be done in all district hospitals. Biosafety level 3 virology lab will be established in Medical College Kozhikode with the support of ICMR. Emergency and full-fledged trauma care units will be commissioned in the government medical colleges. The newly constructed drugs testing lab in Thrissur will be commissioned. A new drug testing lab will be set up in Kannur. Under the Ardharam mission, my government has already transformed 170 primary health centers to family health centers, and another 200 is scheduled for this year. All remaining PHCs will get transformed to family health centers in next 2 years. Digital queue management and online booking of appointments currently available in Medical College Thiruvananthapuram will be extended to all medical colleges and district hospitals next year. The India Hypertension Management Initiative and stroke clinics will be made available in all districts. Diabetic retinopathy screening SWAS clinics for chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, bronchial asthma management and Aswasam clinics for depression management will be extended to all the family health centers next year. The Karunya Arogya Suraksha Padadi, a health insurance program implemented in partnership with Ayushman Bharat, will be rolled out next year. Social stewardship. My government is committed to solve problems of marginalized sections of the society with special emphasis on welfare of women and children. We intend to start special livelihood schemes for women in flood regions and tribal areas. A model children's court will be started in Ernakulam. Several programs and schemes such as second innings for setting up old age home, Rainbow Project for the welfare of transgenders, and Amrit Arogya scheme handling lifestyle diseases have been initiated. My government has increased the social security pension from rupees 600 per month to 1,100 per month, which is dispersed to 42 lakh people as against the 31 lakh who used to receive it when the government assumed office. In order to ensure that pension payments reach the needy, my government has decided to establish a company called Kerala Social Security Pension Limited, which will function directly under Finance Department. The total disbursement is rupees 550 crores in this account as against the 220 crores when this government assumed office. Sainik welfare. The department provides monthly financial assistance to World War II veterans and widows. At present, 199 veterans and 1,629 widows are getting monthly financial assistance at the rate of rupees 6,000 per month from Chief Minister's Sainik Welfare Fund. Information and publicity. My government played a significant role during the floods by maintaining effective information dissemination system. Information on flood status, rescue operations, dam management was provided with special reports to national, and international media, which helped in mobilizing relief supplies and financial assistance. Week-long exhibitions were organized at district headquarters, and campaigns were launched to highlight achievements of Nava Kerala initiatives of my government. My government organized celebrations of 82nd anniversary of the historic temple entry proclamation to rekindle the values and glory of the Renaissance movements in Kerala. Nam Munnottu, Nam Munnottu, the Chief Minister's interactive television program presents a unique platform to propagate developmental initiatives of my government. It is proposed to set up an IEC division to have an effective link between various departments and media to provide information to people at large.